Hello everyone and welcome to the introduction to SQL for database querying. SQL is an extremely important language for anyone to learn who's trying to get into the field of machine learning and data science. When I started my journey of getting into the field of machine learning and data science, I completely put SQL to the side. I only focus on Python, and don't get me wrong here, Python is an extremely important language. It's an extremely important must. It's a must to learn. But the thing is that Python is just one of the tools that you need. SQL is just as important because when I started my machine learning journey, I used to practice on Kaggle datasets. The dataset was completely ready for me. It was clean. It was truncated. It had all of the values that I needed to work with. Basically, it didn't involve a lot of SQL level operations. The academic courses that I went through didn't touch on the importance of SQL that much. But that is just my experience. But when I got my first opportunity as an internee at a data science startup, I realized the importance of SQL. I realized how important SQL is for extracting, transforming, and loading datasets, and learning it is a no-brainer for anyone who's trying to excel in the field of data science. So in this tutorial, I'll be going over the basics of SQL, how SQL works, how you guys can get started with SQL as well. So without further ado, let's get started. So to write my SQL queries, I will be using dbeaver. dbeaver is nothing but a universal database server on which you can write to SQL queries. You can load your data sets into that, but that is something for a later time. And if you want to download dbeaver, you can go to dbeaver.io. But if you guys are working on another database, universal database server such as pgadmin, that is completely fine as well. I'll leave a link to the dbeaver download in the description below. But without further ado, let's get started. So there's no difference between dbeaver and pgadmin. It's completely up to you. So as I open dbeaver, I see this file by the name of journal over here. I click on the drop arrow over here. I see the connection tab over here, and I see a sample database has already been created for us by the name of dbeaver sample database. And then I see a file, multiple files by the name of tables, indexes, views, sequences, table triggers. So let's click on the drop down arrow for the tables. I click on the tables and I see a bunch of other tables now: albums, artists, customer, employees, genres, invoices, and much more. So by the look of the tables that I have over here, such as album, artist, customer, employee, I make an assumption or make a judgment that all of the data set that I'm seeing right in front of me has something to do with the music industry, has something to do with musicians, artists, concerts or stuff like that. So let's check it out. So the first command I'll be going over is the select and from command. So the select and from command helps us extract data from a specific table of our choice. Let's say, for example, I wanted to extract information from the album table over here. So how would I do that? I would type select star from album, and I will click on the play icon over here, and voila. So what I just did is that I extracted all of the, I basically extracted the album table. So in the album table I have the album ID, title, artist ID, and I can do the same for the artist table over here. Just type in artist and click on the play icon over here. Okay, so that is what the select and from command does. The select and from command basically helps us extract information from a specific table. Now you guys might be wondering, what if I only wanted to extract specific columns and not the entire table? Well, we can do that. The star icon over here basically tells SQL that we want to extract all of the columns, but if we want to extract specific columns, what we can do is we can type the name of the columns that we want to extract, such as album ID and title. And when I click on the play icon over here, I only get the album ID and title over here. So yeah, that was the basic introduction to the select and from command. If you want to extract the specific titles, just type in the name of the titles right next to the select statement. But if you want to select all of the columns, just leave a star icon over here and you'll get all of the columns back. So yeah, that was the basic introduction to album, title, and artist ID. The next command I'd like to go over is the order by command. So what order by tells us is that it basically rearranges the table according either numerically, and what I mean by numerically is in a descending or an ascending order, or it arranges the table alphabetically. For example, I have the artist ID over here and it's a bunch of numbers: 1, 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. So they're all mixed up. They are not in one specific order. If I were to order the entire table by artist ID, I'd get all the table rearranged according to the artist ID in a descending or an ascending order. Let's give this a try. Order by artist ID. So what just happened is that the table has been rearranged with the ascending values on top, and as we go as we move down in the table, the values start increasing. So basically it's an ascending, it's basically an ascending order from the lowest value to the highest value. And we can play around with this command as well. Let's say if I wanted the table to be rearranged in a descending order, what I can do is just type in DESC for descending right next to the artist ID over here, and when I click on the play command over here, as you can see, now the table has been entirely rearranged but in a descending order, starting from the highest value and going all the way to the lowest value. So yeah, that was the order by command. And you can order by title as well. So let's give this a try. Click on the play, and what this just did, what ordering by title has done is that it has rearranged the complete table in an alphabetic order. Like A is the first letter in in the alphabets table ABCD. So A is the first alphabet, and the table has been rearranged accordingly. So basically all the titles that are starting with A come on the top, and anything that is starting with Z comes at the bottom. You guys get the point. So that was the order by command for all of you guys. The next command I would like to go over is the limit command. So let's say, for example, I just want to see the top 10 rows or the top 5 rows. I can do that by using the limit command. Let's say I'll put a limit of 20. I just want to see the top 20 rows, and what do I get? I only see the top 20 rows. If I want, I can even make this smaller, just 4 rows. Yeah, so that's what the limit command does. It only lets us see the rows that we want to see. It limits the output of the table to the number that we want it to be limited to. So that was the limit command. Okay, after the limit command, the other command that I would like to go over is the like command. So let's say, let me run this, execute the query over here. So let's say I only want my query to return the rows in which the artist ID is 90. Only those rows in which the artist ID is 90, or let's say the title is Audio Slave. How do I do that? I can use the where command, where and like command. Let's say where, I'll start with the artist ID first. Artist ID equals 90. So basically I'm putting a condition on my query, and what this condition is that I want the query to return only those rows in which the artist ID is 90. Let's click on play over here. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so I got an error back then, and I'll tell you guys why I got an error back then. I got the error because of the fact that I put the where command after my order by command. That is something that you have to be very careful when working on SQL. You cannot rearrange the order of the commands. Where command tends to come before the order by command, and I apologize for that small mistake. So if I were to run this query, I'd get an error. So how would you do that? You'd always put your where command before the order by command and after the from command. So yeah, now I'm getting all of my values with artist ID is 90. So what if I wanted my query to return rows in which the title is, let's say, Audio Slave or some other title? Well, I can do that. I'll use the in command. So what the in command does is that I'll put a condition. I'll still be using the where command. The where and in and where and like commands are something that work together. The where command has to be used with the in and like. So I'll just type in title in Audio Slave. Let's give this a run, and yes, I'm getting only the row in which the title is Audio Slave. And I can add in other values as well. Let's say killer. Okay, there is no killer. Maybe I'm typing in the wrong name. Okay, so for some reason I believe we don't have that. Okay, so that was the basic introduction to the to the in command. Let's give the like command a try. So basically what the like command does is that first of all let me remove the where command over here. So what the like command does is that it will return any value in which I apply a specific condition. Let's say I want my query to return all of the rows in which the title has the the word real in it. So how would I do that? I'd say where title like, and I put commas, I put a percentage sign, I type in real, I'll put a percentage sign again. So what this percentage sign tells us is that in any title where the word real is appearing, I want that specific row in which the title is contained to be returned by my query. So yes, all of the queries, all of the rows in which the title has the word real in it have been returned, such as a real deal one, a real live one, realize the real thing. So yes, this was a basic introduction to the like command, but we can play around with this as well. Let's say I want my query to return basically any value which starts with the letter A. How would I do that? I type in A and then put a percentage sign. Play. Yes, all of those rows have been returned in which the title starts with an A, and I can do the opposite as well. I can return rows which end with the specific in which the title ends with a specific letter. How do I do that? I type in the percentage sign, and let's say I want to return all rows in the title ends with E. Play over here, and yes, as you can see, okay, this ends with the E. All of these rows have titles which end with the letter E. So that was the basic introduction to the like command. So yeah, now we have gone over some basic commands of SQL. But what if I want to apply multiple conditions at the same time? For example, I want to apply a condition on the title in which the in which the row start with in which the title starts with R, but the artist ID is 1. I want to apply multiple conditions. I can do that using the AND and OR command. The AND and OR command basically two conditional statements which merge two statements together. AND basically means that the two statements have to work in order for the query to return the values, and OR basically means that either one of those statements can run and the query will still return the rows. So what I mean by that, let's give this a try. Where, let's say I want to return rows in which the title has the letter B in the front, in basically the title starts with the letter B and artist ID is 3. So I'll say where title like starts with the letter B, so basically B will come in the front, and then I'll put a sign, and artist ID equals to 3. Let's give this a run. So we only get one row which has which starts with the letter B and which is artist ID as 3. So that's the only row that we're getting back. We can play around with this. We're not getting any row for this. So we only are getting one value over here. So that is basically the AND command. But if I were to write the OR command, all of the values will be returned in which either one of the statement works. So basically this is the only, for AND and OR, this is the only value that works. Yes. Okay. So as you can see, when I put in the letter A over here, I'm getting rows in which the title starts with A, and the artist ID doesn't necessarily have to be 3. But over here, that artist ID is 3, but the title doesn't start with A. So this is what the OR command does. In the OR command, either one of the statements can be run, and in the AND command, both of the statements have to be run in order for the query to execute successfully. Let's give this a try, and what do I get? Okay, I don't get any value. So basically there is no value in which the title starts with A and has an artist ID of 3. 11 works. Okay, I have 2 rows. So basically, yeah, this was the basic introduction to some of the important concepts of SQL. These are some of the very basic commands, and obviously you guys will need to practice these commands in order to get a very good grip over them. And in the next video I'll be going over some advanced topics pertaining to SQL. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like, share this video with friends, and I'll see you guys in the next video.